Imagine dropping a single drop of blood on a tiny device and instantly getting results for over 200 medical tests. No needles, no tubes, no waiting. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's exactly what Elizabeth Holmes promised, and investors believed her so completely that they handed her $9 billion. There was just one tiny problem. It never worked, not even close. This is the story of Theranos. In 2003, Elizabeth Holmes was a 19-year-old Stanford dropout with a vision. She'd watched her uncle suffer from cancer and thought, why do we need to draw so much blood for testing? Why does it take days to get results? So she dropped out and started her company, which would supposedly revolutionize the entire industry. Her pitch was seductive. One drop of blood from a finger prick could run hundreds of tests. The device would be small, portable, and give results in minutes. Diabetics wouldn't need constant needle sticks. Rural hospitals could run advanced tests without expensive labs. It was the kind of idea that makes investors weak in the knees. And Elizabeth? She knew exactly how to sell it. She wore black turtlenecks like Steve Jobs. She practiced speaking in a deep, commanding voice. She never blinked during interviews. Seriously, watch old footage. It's unsettling. She became the media's darling. Forbes put her on the cover, calling her the next Steve Jobs and valuing her at $4.5 billion personally. Walgreens signed a partnership deal. Safeway invested hundreds of millions preparing its stores for Theranos wellness centers. The company's board included Henry Kissinger, George Shultz, and 2 former US Secretaries of Defense. Everyone wanted in on the revolution. But behind the glossy magazine covers and celebrity partnerships, something was very, very wrong. Here's what nobody knew. The technology didn't work. The Edison device, Theranos' revolutionary blood testing machine, was unreliable, inaccurate, and straight up dangerous. When the company started offering tests at Walgreens in 2013, they had a problem. Their device couldn't actually run most of the tests they were selling. So what did they do? They cheated. Theranos secretly bought traditional blood testing machines from other companies, like Siemens. They'd take the tiny blood sample from a finger prick, dilute it, and run it through these standard machines. But here's the nightmare. Diluting blood samples made the results wildly inaccurate. People were getting false positives for diseases they didn't have. Others got false negatives, missing real conditions that needed treatment. Some patients received incorrect hormone levels, cancer markers, even pregnancy results. Real people, real consequences. Inside the company, employees were terrified. Engineers and scientists raised concerns constantly. They'd run the same blood sample multiple times and get completely different results each time. But when anyone questioned the technology, they were silenced. Elizabeth Holmes and her boyfriend, Sunny Balwani, the company's president, ran Theranos like a cult. Employees signed extreme non-disclosure agreements. Departments were kept isolated so no one could see the full picture. Whistleblowers were threatened with lawsuits. One employee, Tyler Schultz, grandson of board member George Schultz, tried to blow the whistle internally. When that didn't work, he went to regulators. His own grandfather sided with Elizabeth Holmes over him. The family was torn apart. Theranos' lawyers hounded Tyler with lawsuits that cost his family more than $400,000 to defend. But Tyler wasn't alone. Another employee, Erica Chang, also came forward. Together, they contacted a journalist named John Carreyrou at the Wall Street Journal, and that's when everything exploded. October 2015, the Wall Street Journal published John Carreyrou's investigation. The headline might as well have been, "Everything You Believed Was a Lie." Carreyrou exposed that Theranos' technology was fraudulent. The company was using commercial machines for most tests. The results were dangerously inaccurate. The whole operation was smoke and mirrors. Elizabeth Holmes fought back hard. She went on CNBC, gave speeches, and tried to discredit the story. She called it a tabloid hit job and insisted the technology worked perfectly. But the evidence kept piling up. Federal regulators launched investigations, finding Theranos' lab was so bad it posed immediate jeopardy to patient health and safety. In 2016, the dominoes fell. Walgreens terminated their partnership and sued for $140 million. Safeway had already lost hundreds of millions. Investors realized they'd been conned. Theranos' $9 billion valuation evaporated, literally overnight. The company officially shut down in 2018, leaving behind a trail of angry investors, traumatized employees, and patients who'd received false medical results. But the story didn't end there. In 2018, federal prosecutors charged Elizabeth Holmes and her partner Sunny Balwani with massive fraud. The charges, lying to investors, doctors, and patients, all while knowing the technology didn't work. The trial finally happened in 2021, and it was a spectacle.
Elizabeth showed up to court pregnant, playing the sympathetic card. Her defense? She claimed Sunny Balwani had abused and manipulated her, controlling every aspect of her life and the company. The prosecution, however, showed emails proving she personally approved lies told to investors. She'd fabricated pharmaceutical company endorsements. She'd faked demos by secretly using commercial machines. In January 2022, a jury found Elizabeth Holmes guilty on 4 counts of fraud. She was sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison. Sunny Balwani got 13. Both are currently serving their sentences. So how did a Stanford dropout con some of the smartest investors in the world out of $9 billion? Lesson 1, charisma sells. Elizabeth Holmes wasn't a brilliant scientist. She was a brilliant performer. The black turtlenecks, the deep voice, the unblinking stare, it was all theater designed to project genius and confidence. Lesson 2, people see what they want to see. Investors were so desperate to find the next Steve Jobs that they ignored every red flag. No one demanded to see proof the technology worked. Big names on the board convinced everyone else it must be legitimate. Lesson 3, medical fraud has real victims. This wasn't just about money. People made health decisions based on Theranos' fake results. Some delayed treatment, others panicked over false diagnoses. And the final lesson, Silicon Valley's fake it till you make it culture has limits. In software, you can launch a buggy app and fix it later. In medicine, faking it can kill people. Theranos was supposed to democratize healthcare. Instead, it became a cautionary tale about ambition without ethics, hype without substance, and lies dressed up as innovation. Elizabeth Holmes wanted to change the world. She did, just not in the way she imagined. The woman who was once worth $4.5 billion on paper is now an inmate in a Texas federal prison, serving 11 years for fraud. And the device that was supposed to revolutionize medicine? It's sitting in a government warehouse somewhere, a $9 billion piece of junk that never worked in the first place. If this story blew your mind, smash that subscribe button, because we're just getting started with financial frauds that shook the world. Drop a comment. Should we cover Bernie Madoff next? FTX? Or something even crazier? See you in the next scandal.